Welcome back to the deep dive. We've got a really interesting piece you sent over. It's short, a tribute to Jesus, talking about two builders.
That's right.
And our goal today really is to unpack that, to dig into the core message and what it might mean for building a strong life foundation.
Yeah, it seems straightforward on the surface, but there's quite a bit there about, resilience, facing life's challenges. It's pretty powerful stuff.
Okay, so let's dive right in. The excerpt sets up these two builders. What's the fundamental difference between them?
Well, the absolute key difference, and the text is very clear on this, is where they built. One builder, who's called Wise, built his house on rock.
Solid rock.
Right, solid rock. And the text actually links that rock directly to God's truth.
Okay.
The other builder, called Foolish, chose sand.
Sand. Okay, rock versus sand. We kind of get that intuitively, don't we? Stability versus, not stability.
Exactly. It's a very physical, understandable image.
But then what happens? The story doesn't just leave it there. What happens when things, get tough?
That's where it really hits home. The consequences become starkly clear. A storm comes along, rain, floods, wind, the works.
Kind of storms life throws at us sometimes, yeah.
Precisely. And the house on the sand, it just collapses, couldn't handle the pressure.
Gone.
But the house built on the rock, the one founded on God's truth, according to the text, it stands firm. Same storm, totally different outcome.
So that connection is explicit.
Yeah.
The rock is God's truth. Yeah. It's presented as the thing that holds steady. When you think about life, what kind of storms did that make you consider? What tests our foundations?
Oh, all sorts, really. I mean, it could be big crises, right? Job loss, illness, relationship breakdowns.
So the big thing.
Yeah, or even, the slower stuff, constant stress, doubts, societal pressures, all those things that can wear away at you. The excerpt suggests that weathering these isn't just luck.
It's about the foundation.
It's absolutely about the foundation. And there's that interesting bit, a direct interaction mentioned. A child asks something like, "So I should listen to you to be strong?"
Right. That part really stood out. It's so direct.
It is. And the answer given is a clear yes. It makes it very practical.
Yeah, it brings it down to earth. It's not just some abstract concept. It's positioned as, do this, listen to this, and gain strength.
Exactly. And the child's response is fascinating, too.
I want to build on your rock.
Yeah. That enthusiasm, that desire, it really shows a longing for that kind of security, that reliable base.
Absolutely. It speaks to something fundamental, wanting something solid under your feet when things get shaky.
Mm-hmm. So the whole story, really, the core lesson seems to be about the vital importance of that solid foundation, which is presented here as these teachings, as God's truth for, getting through life's challenges.
It's such a vivid picture, isn't it? The two choices,
Yeah.
The shared storm, the drastically different results. It really hammers home the point about what you build on.
It does. The storm is the test. It reveals what was there all along, the strength or the weakness of that base.
So wrapping up this deep dive on this particular excerpt you shared, It definitely leaves us with something to think about. For anyone listening, maybe the question is, what are the rocks you're building your life on?
That's a great question.
And perhaps, digging a bit deeper based on the text, what does God's truth look like practically in your day-to-day choices? How solid will those foundations be when the winds pick up? Definitely food for thought. Thanks for exploring this with us.
My pleasure. It's a powerful little story.